Congressman Eric Swalwell filed a lawsuit against Donald Trump claiming that he incited the Capitol riot on Jan 6th. Also named in the suit is my next guest, Alabama Congressman Mo Brooks, who Swalwell says has been MIA for months. Now, Swalwell even hired a private investigator to find him. Now, this week it came to a head when Congressman Brooks' wife, Martha, was accosted. Now, look at this video. Congressman's wife pulls into their garage. Seconds later, a car speeds up the driveway. A man jumps out and runs into that same garage, attached, by the way, to their private home. The man was in there for about 15 seconds until Brooks' wife chased him out. We now know what that man was there for. He was a process server. Joining me now, Congressman Mo Brooks. Congressman, your message tonight to Eric Swalwell. He wanted to serve you and your wife, or you, and your wife accepted, I guess, on your behalf. But they'll say that's just what an aggressive process server does.
Well, I'm a little bit baffled by Eric Swalwell's conduct in a variety of respects. First and foremost, this is a frivolous, politically motivated lawsuit. There is no liability on the part of myself or President Trump, although I proudly stand with President Trump as we defend this frivolous litigation. But second, for 2 months, since the lawsuit was filed back in March, Eric Swalwell has gotten notice of when we're going to go vote, roughly 100 different times. He could have had me served as I'm walking to or from the Capitol, the House floor where I vote, and my House office building. But he chose not to. Instead, the Swalwell team chose to hire a process server that would chase my wife down as she's coming home from church, keeping in mind that she's a grandmother with 10 grandchildren. There could have been some of those grandchildren in the car with her when this transpired, and then illegally entered my home. Now, in Alabama, this is a criminal offense. It's a trespass in the first degree, and it carries a penalty up to 1 year and a $6,000 fine. So they did it entirely the wrong way. Eric Swalwell should have been a man about it and served me on a number of occasions in Washington when he had that opportunity, but instead he took the dishonorable path and went after my wife.
Well, this is what Swalwell's attorney said about you not wanting to be a part of this lawsuit.
Mo Brooks had a lot to say when he was standing in front of a pro-Trump crowd, pumping them up to go storm the Capitol. And when it became clear that there are legal consequences for doing that, he wasn't interested in being a part of it.
Congressman, was that your message on January 6th? Did you incite a riot at the Capitol? Only about 25 seconds.
Absolutely not. And with respect to Eric Swalwell, let me emphasize this. I have gone through the complaint. There are at least 50 occasions that I identified. I'm sure there are a lot more that I readily identified. There are flat out lies, there are deceit in these allegations, and there's going to be zero evidence to support it, much like there was zero evidence to support the 2 years of Russian collusion allegations by Eric Swalwell and others, not counting the sham impeachment efforts by Eric Swalwell and others. That's what we're looking at, unfortunately, in Washington, D.C.
Fascinating developments. Maybe we should have asked the Chinese agent about them. Swalwell would have answered that.